Hello Scorpio and welcome to Providence. My name is KK and this is your general weekly reading for the week commencing the 27th of December 2020. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all very well. Once again, this is for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Scorpio, as well as the cross watchers. Everyone is most welcome here. And as always, please be reminded that this is a general weekly reading and to only take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else out there in the collective. We start your weekly reading with the Ten of Wands, which is a card that symbolizes that you've been carrying some great responsibility, a burden at the moment. You know, you're probably stressed, exhausted. This is a card about hard work, but it's also a card about achievement. You have achieved what you set out to do. You wanted to carry this pile of wands from your village to that village. You've made it. You've been walking for days and nights. You can't see where you're going anymore. Speaking about that stress, that exhaustion. But you've actually achieved what you set out to do. So you can drop this responsibility off. You can drop this burden off and no longer have to carry it, is the message behind the Ten of Wands. So let's get the rest of the cards on the deck for you. We'll find out what areas of your life this burden, this responsibility has been, and what you have to look forward to. The card at the bottom of the deck this week, the overarching energy for you, Scorpio, is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is a card that represents some conflicts and tension that's going on around you at the moment. It could end up in arguments and disagreements. Sometimes it's a card also about competition, but I'm really picking up on this tension side of things at the moment for you, Scorpio. I think there are a few little tensions and arguments going on around you at the moment. So be aware of that energy throughout this week. Let's see what's crossing you. The Seven of Pentacles is crossing you this week, Scorpio. And the Seven of Pentacles is a card that represents you having a long-term view at the moment. You want to see sustainable results in your life. You also want to see a return on your investment. You know, whether that's in a financial sense or your investment of time, energy, emotions into something. This is a card that also represents your perseverance. You've planted these little pentacle seeds and you've gone out there every day and you've tended to it, you've watered it, you've weeded it, and now it is time to reap your harvest. That return on investment, that sustainable results that you've been after. You know, with it crossing this Ten of Wands, it does, suggest again this Ten of Wands, this achievement. Even though this has been stressful, this has exhausted you. This has been at sometimes a burden for you to carry. You're now reaping the rewards. You actually achieved what you set out to do. You've persevered. The Hierophant is in your past position this week, Scorpio. And this is the Taurus card if that resonates with anybody out there. The Hierophant essentially is the Pope card, so there is a religious and a spiritual overtone to this card. But this card can also symbolize a conformity, a conservatism, tradition, as well as institutions. And I see those institutions as quite a broad category. You know, financial institutions, educational institutions, of course, religious institutions, even government institutions to a smaller degree. And I'm really feeling at the moment, this is relating to your work, your job. As you know, I feel that you have been keeping the status quo. You have been taking a conservative and traditional approach to your work. And it has been a great burden to you. I think there's a work project or something that you've done throughout this year that has caused you an enormous amount of stress, but now you're reaping the benefits of it. Perhaps it's a promotion, a pay rise, something like that. Perhaps even just the acknowledgement of the time, the energy, and the great work that you've put into this. The Hangman is sitting in your grounding position this week, Scorpio. And the Hangman is always a call to pause. It's a card of non-action. There's two things the Hangman wants you to do. Firstly, the Hangman wants you to look at situations in your life from a different perspective. take another look, as the Hangman does, hanging upside down and looking at all these situations in your life from a different perspective, because that way you have a very good overview of what is going on. And the second thing the Hangman wants you to do is then surrender and let go of the things that no longer serve you in your life. You know, perhaps they've gone past their expiry date. Perhaps at one stage in your life they did serve a purpose, but now you're walking a different path. This is what the Hangman is asking you to do. In your crowning position this week is the Wheel of Fortune, turning in your favour. This is known as the Destiny card. It's certainly the beginning of a new life cycle. That's why this achievement card here, the Ten of Wands, is sitting under you. And I think this is why the Hangman is saying surrender and let go of things that no longer serve you. You don't want to take into your new life cycle. This is a card about good luck, karma. It's certainly a turning point in your life, a new life cycle beginning for you, Scorpio. You're reaping the rewards of the past life cycle. The Five of Cups is in your outcome position this week. And the Five of Cups is a card that speaks about you feeling some disappointment, some regrets perhaps about past situations. Can even bring about a sense of failure. But you're certainly very pessimistic about something. And you're looking down here at these three cups that have spilt over. And to you, perhaps those cups represent a wasted opportunity, untapped potential that you haven't used. So you're focusing all your energy on this, but there's actually two cups upright, full to the brim of opportunities and potential available to you now for the taking. So this card also comes with a concentrating on what you have, not what you don't have. So channel your energy back into what you have, and instead of concentrating on what hasn't been, because it is the beginning of a new life cycle and wonderful new opportunities and potential will come to you. Very interesting reading, Scorpio. As always, I like to take one final message just to summarize the weekly reading. But if you are resonating with this reading, by all means, please give the video a like. Feel free to leave a comment if you would like to, and if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button below the video, as I do have ongoing weekly readings available for everybody. Let's get this final message out for you, for Scorpio. Final message for Scorpio, please. There it is. Yeah, the number 65, the beautiful whale spirit, and the message whale spirit always brings is trust the great mystery. Trust the great mystery. This Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favour. Good luck is on your side. It is a turning point. Trust in the great mystery here. Let us see what other messages the whale spirit has for you this week. The whale spirit is an ancient creature who was here at the beginning of time and who has seen everything, felt everything, and heard everything that has ever transpired on this planet. The whale spirit is the keeper, singing the soul of the whole world from the deepest waters of the coldest seas. When whale spirit appears, it is a reminder that there is a great mystery that you must accept without intellectually trying to understand it. Some things cannot be known by the mind, only experienced through the heart, through intuition, and through the peripheral senses that part the veils, separating the visible world from the manifesting consciousness. Now's the time for you to immerse yourself in the great mystery of the universe and to trust that within the invisible, what you can't see now are the seeds of your intentions being tended to. I will leave you with that as the final message of the week, Scorpio. I wish you a fabulous week ahead, and I do look forward to seeing you all next week. Until then, from me to you, much love and light. Bye-bye.